I'm out here playing a wedding today. They had the ceremony right there. I can't fish it. I'm playing saxophone in a cool little shanty over there. It's called Forbidden Fruit right here. You know, the best fish I've ever seen are in that lake. I guarantee it.
My eyes on you, while in the way that I stare, there's nothing else to compare.
Tomorrow.
Yep, I'm back on the road again. Oh, here we are. It's October 20th. I'm back on the road with Dave Matthews Tribute Band. I got 2 gigs in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today is a private event. Tomorrow we got a public show at a pretty big venue, so that should be fun. In terms of fishing, I got an idea, and I think I'm going to commit myself to that idea, unless there's another lake of opportunity that's close to the venues that will be easy to get to. But yeah, I think I'm hitting a certain spot on the way back. We'll see how it plays out. Yeah, leaves are beautiful. Already made my sheets run for the day. 47 degrees right now, and this is fall. It's just beautiful. Probably my favorite time of the year. My name's Jake Werthmeister, and I love fishing. So, Gig 1 took place right in the middle of downtown Charlotte, North Carolina, in between 2 skyscrapers. It's actually pretty cool being in such a urban environment, a little bit different than what I usually show on this channel as well. I'm in Mad Men.
I'm in Canada.
The next day.
Instant culture shock from where we just were to where we're at now.
Because it could. Like, just be something in the after
the next day.
That's new. I've never had that happen before. He just fell off a tree and landed right on there. Don't hit the wipers.
Voila, he is clean.
So my initial plan was to head down to Lake Wylie, which borders North and South Carolinas. And especially down there in the North Carolina area are blue catfish. It was going to be a great plan, really fun. Only issue was I didn't have a big enough net to actually pull that off. So I switched gears and decided to go back to a little familiar place in West Virginia. Oh, and for you tech geeks, this is the first episode I've decided to render in 60 frames per second. So if you like what you're seeing with the additional frames, let me know. And if you think I should get a dashboard stand for that GoPro, also let me know.
Okay, this is nice. Vegetation is a lot less than it was a couple months back, and no one is out. No one is here, and this is a Saturday afternoon. This is great. Not like this place gets extremely busy on the weekends either, but over the summertime, but it's nice having access to the prime spot. We're going over to that far corner. How you doing? How they biting? Well, at least the scenery's pretty.
That's exactly right. We just wanted to get out for a little bit.
So we're at the point of the year where the nights are getting down into the mid to high 30s, and this has already dropped off the water temperature pretty severely. And the effect that it's had on the sunfish population has already been noticed. They aren't coming to shore right now. They are deeper, probably about 15 to 20 feet out at the very least. I did see a few minnow coming to shore, but it's bare bones compared to what I usually see in this spot. Not having much luck here, I decided to move down the lake a little bit into this little inlet bay. And my luck didn't change much here, but the scenery was just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, over the summertime, this would be too grown in probably to get to easily. I used to explore like this in the woods by my house growing up as a kid. Big lesson you learn early. Take one step at a time. Make sure the ground doesn't give way beneath you.
Pay attention to this now. There will be a test on it later. And on another note, I do not intentionally set myself up for these gags. The gags just kind of sort of find me.
You kind of just contour your ankle and foot to whatever the terrain needs it to go to. Yeah, look at this. This looks like it's usually a mountain creek bed. That's pretty crazy. Water level's real low right now. Kind of curious about the water level in this area, seeing what it's all about. You could tell the lake usually comes up to here. Like I said, water levels lower than usual. In the summertime, this would be a banging little spot to find bass. I could almost guarantee that. Right now, I think they're actually closer toward the center of the lake, so where I was over there is probably going to be the best idea, because this little tributary is this little side bay is good for feeder fish to hang out, so the bigger fish are probably right out there in front of it. Yeah, see, this is too low for anything of substance. With all the leaves falling too, I'm sure it changes the pH of the water. Could be uncomfortable for the fish.
I'm checking to see if any of the rocks are movable for worms and grubs. And that's my cat meowing.
That would especially be true for the pine leaves here. In fact, you got, I don't know if you could see it with the glare, but there are actually raccoon paw prints on here. So they come to this area, drink the water as they eat. Since I have to double check, but isn't it true that they don't have saliva glands?
Hey Google, do trash pandas have spit makers?
No, stop believing everything you were told in a pre-Google age, dum-dum.
I gotta get back over to where my stuff is. Back toward the deeper water. This is interesting. I don't know if this is like a permanent creek or if this is just like an overflow. I have to check the map, see what happens here. But it's cool to look at.
And of course I did. It just simply looks like a section where runoff flows down the mountain into the lake. So there you have it.
Take two, opposite side.
At this point, I was desperately exploring all angles of the lake, looking for any type of fish, using multiple lures, and of course to no avail. I did see groups of bubbles, but this is the type of activity I usually see around schools of panfish. To this point, at all angles of the lake, I did not see a single bass, and more importantly, I did not see a single pike, which apparently there are northern pike in this lake. There are pictures of them caught, but of the 3 times I've been here, I have not seen one come out of their way to jump up into the air or attack a panfish. So I suspect that there are far and few in this lake, or at least far and few in comparison to somewhere like Lake Erie.
I don't know what the hell that was. Thank God there's nothing living in it.
Random hole in the ground. If only I had some advice to avoid this somehow.
Take one step at a time. Make sure the ground doesn't give way beneath you.
Oh. So as daylight was leaving me, it was looking pretty grim. I switched over to a light Berkeley worm, size 12 Snell, as I usually do, and the bluegill were just tapping so light. I attribute this to the cold weather, but we finally got one.
This is the same worm I started with. Doesn't usually matter what size they are. They can tear right through these like they're not even there.
I'm pulling in quickly because the gill are not straying from their own isolated little holes. Unlike the summertime, they don't move from their spot. So once I see an area that gets hit, I can't stray too far away from that with the bait.
Got him. Got him. Oh, he's got some weight to him. That might be a little bass. Let's see what this is. Nope, that is a bluegill. Take a look at that. They're already turning pale. That is cool. At least we got a pretty one for the day. Dude, you are cold. You get back in there now. That was one chilly fish.
Well, it was a difficult day on the water, changing temperatures, changes in patterns. If you notice, they're going out deeper and deeper. And
To get back to Pittsburgh, get onto the road and then go straight.
thanks, Google Maps. Thank you. But yeah, it's difficult in the
Go
fall.
straight and then continue to go straight on the road I mentioned.
Yeah, I heard you, Google Maps. But yeah, gets a little bit difficult fishing until you get into ice fishing. Once the fish become more acclimated.
Go straight until I tell you where to turn next.
I get it. Keep going straight until you tell me to turn. I
Stay on
get the
this
word.
road.
Are you going to keep interrupting me all day?
Until next time, keep on fishing.
Okay, that's pretty cool.